Hello, everybody.
Hello, happy Wine Wednesday.
Happy Wine Wednesday. Cheers.
Cheers to Wine Wednesday.
Oh, wait,
I'm already on red. I'm doing it wrong. Well, that's the first rule of wine, is you can't do it wrong. So I'm glad we got that checked off the mark there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And we're tasting the Vintner, our first one we're tasting. Well, first of all, let's introduce ourselves before we introduce the wine. Sound good? So I'm Kristen. I'm Kristen Schroyer, one of the ONEHOPE founders, and I'm head of the foundation. Pass it over to my sipster and fellow mom, Sarah. I don't know which way she is.
I'm over. I don't know. I think I'm over here, but my name's Sarah McPeak. I'm based out of the Bay Area, and I head up sales, and I'm also one of the co-founders, and excited to be sitting here with you guys drinking some wine tonight. I'm happy it's Wednesday because it means it's closer to the end of the week, but man, excited to be drinking some wine with you.
My name's Garrett,
yeah.
And I'm a certified sommelier with the Quartermaster Somms, and I'm also a regional sales manager based out of here in Atlanta, Georgia. And tonight we're doing a little spin-off of Three Moms and a Somm, and we have Two Moms and a Somm, and we're going to talk about, Kristen, was the Vintner Chardonnay?
Yes, the Vintner Chardonnay. Our other sipster, Tiffany Wykevich, it's her son's birthday today. So she is going to be drinking this with some birthday cupcakes. But yeah, our Vintner collection Chardonnay here. And talk about easy. How easy are these screw caps? I know you guys already poured them, but love a screw cap.
Well, I have a life hack. I'm not a mom, but have you guys seen these safety cups? They fit in cup holders. Not that I don't support roadies, but really nice for a little glass of Chardonnay. Doesn't get warm from your hands. Harder to knock down.
Oh, that's really, those go good when you're at a soccer game and you have the cup holder in your cup. You can't put a glass of wine in there. And we've all disguised a glass of wine on those Saturday soccer games sometimes, especially when it's a tournament and you're there all day. So
my favorite's the ONEHOPE water bottle, except when there's a chance there might be wine on there. I'm like, you guys, this is a secret. But so I brought this little mom safe glass out for us this evening so that I didn't have any spills on my computer.
I love it.
That's so genius. I need one of those. With three
Our
little
last time we
toddlers
had a
running
great discussion on goldfish. Garrett, did you sample any goldfish since then?
I'll be honest. My mind was pretty blown about the goldfish conversation, and it didn't stop. Everyone seemed to have their 2 cents, and I haven't really dug into goldfish deeper. And I mean, I'm still extremely curious, but I just didn't go there, and I should have. That was probably one of the best conversations ONEHOPE Wine has had. I mean, high quality content going on there.
It really was. And I think every flavor of goldfish would pair with this Vintner Chardonnay. Just putting it out.
Absolutely. It's beautiful. We got to taste this as a team last week. And everyone was it's just this crisp, really easy drinking, soft Chardonnay. It doesn't have a ton of acid, which makes it great by itself. It also can go with a wide array of food. And the last time, moms always outdo me in snacks. But last time I did a popcorn, I think I did like a black pepper and Parmesan popcorn. This time I decided to bring a popcorn that I put some lemon, lime, and orange zest on, and a little bit of dried tarragon. And it kind of just makes the citrus notes in this Chardonnay really pop. And I love the idea of getting popcorn with our wine parties because it's super affordable, it's easy to make, and then you can dress up with it however you like.
I love these different types of popcorns that you keep busting out. I mean, popcorn is such a, underrated food. I need to start buying it, first of all. And now that you're giving me all these ideas of ways to season it and make it a little more adultish, I love that. I got to try that.
Yeah, it's lemon, lime zest, orange zest, and then I just let it air out for a little while so it doesn't get all liquidy or get some of the liquid out of it. And then it becomes this nice little seasoning, zesty seasoning, and it really wakes up the popcorn and makes the Chardonnay pop. Makes me want to have another sip.
That's so delicious. I love the hints of vanilla in here. And so I just grabbed some stuff from the pantry as I was evacuating the kids to hop on this call. So I need your feedback from both of you guys. I have 2 different options, and I wanted to pair one with each of the wines. So I have graham crackers and Nutri-Grain bar. It's a strawberry flavored Nutri-Grain bar. This is a staple in our house. Generally for long walks, you can grab them, throw them in the stroller, shove them in kids' mouths when they're crying. It keeps the noise down on the walk. So which one should I eat with this Chardonnay?
I mean, that's a tough pairing. I'm going to say go with the graham cracker. Yeah, that might be your best bet there. A little bit of vanilla in the graham cracker might pair nicely with the vanilla notes in this Chardonnay. And if you have like a lemon bar, Fig Newton, or what was it, a Nutri-Grain, that might be a little bit of a kind of a more simple pairing for this, a little lemon bar.
That's a good idea. The graham cracker is really, really good with the Chardonnay.
One of my food pairings just got delivered. Hang on one second.
Oh.
Special delivery. That's another mom hack. Order out. Don't try and do it yourself.
That's awesome. While she's going to go get her pairing, one of the best things about the back of these labels is the things they have to do in addition to the great food pairings. And movie night is what this Chardonnay pairs perfectly with. Have you found a movie during quarantine that's been your favorite, that's really stuck out with you?
That's a really good question. I've been thinking about that. In our household, we binge watch a lot of Netflix series. We've been getting like really into the series. So it's similar to a movie because it's about a little over an hour every episode, but it's actually a series. And Ozarks is my favorite kind of quarantine movie night, wine night addiction, and it like never ends because there's 3 seasons. So that's
you haven't finished it?
We finished it, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say no spoiler alerts.
No spoiler alerts.
Yeah, that is an amazing series. Absolutely, it's addicting. I finish it faster. It's almost embarrassing how fast you can get through things when you get hooked onto them.
Yeah, and how late you'll stay up at night.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible.
Like I'm usually trying so hard to be in bed by 10, like no later than 11. But on Netflix, it just rolls into the next episode before you can even make a choice. Like, am I going to turn this off? I should probably turn it off. You're going back and forth. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it started. I guess it made the decision for us.
Yep. What about you, Kristen?
20 seconds, they hook you in too. You're like, I'll just watch the first like 5 minutes. And then they hook you into that whole, and you can't stop. You just, you keep on going. So what's been really fun, if you guys have Disney Plus, is you can search Disney Plus by decade. So it's kind of fun. Maybe not like my favorite movie, but it's kind of fun to like look back at movies from the 90s. So I watched, do you remember Turner and Hooch with Tom Hanks and the dog? Like total throwback. 10 Things I Hate About You is on there. And I just saw on Instagram today, so Legally Blonde is one of my favorite movies. They're coming out with a Legally Blonde 3, you guys.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So cheers to that.
Is Reese in it?
What was that?
Is Reese Witherspoon in it?
I think so. And her friend Mindy Kaling is going to write it. So I'm so excited. Elwood's coming back. Everyone can do the bend and snap for sure. Cheers.
Cheers to that. That was a pretty iconic movie during my time as well. It was awesome.
Yeah.
As far as movies that I've seen recently that I thought really just was spectacular was Ford versus Ferrari. I got to watch that recently, and it had tears, it had laughter, it had history. It felt like it had everything, and spectacular cast, and just a really, really killer film. If you haven't seen it, I know feature length films seem to be passé now because there's so many amazing series. It's like, what story can you tell in 3 hours? We need 10 seasons. It's like, okay, fair point, but really good movie.
That's good. That's on my to watch list because I already killed Ozark too. So we binged that really quick. It was so good.
Now
the other have to comment, let us know what shows they're watching or movies.
Absolutely. And for coming from the moms, do you have any like great adulting stories, or it might be more fun to have anti-adulting stories during quarantine? Because that's the other pairing with this wine on the back of the label. It goes well with adulting.
Oh my gosh.
I think I've just loved seeing, because there's so many kids in the background of things, is seeing my friends adulting, and like parenting and like not yelling, but reprimanding their children and stuff. Because that's something you don't see all the time because you're usually having drinks at the bar and stuff. We're not always with their kids. So it's just, I think it's really fun seeing people, or even people that you've never even met before, but you're doing a Zoom meeting with them and seeing them adult on Zoom is pretty good. How about you, Sarah?
Oh my gosh, I totally agree. It's so fun seeing people in their homes on Zoom because you are in Arizona, Kristen. Kristen's one of my best friends. I talk to her every day. I talk to her more than probably a lot of people in my life, and I still have not been to her house. And it's horrible because it's like just having babies all these years, it's harder to travel. So it's fun to get kind of a tour of people's houses on these Zoom calls and see their families, their spouses, their kids, when a lot of the adulting used to be one-on-one girl time or, doing different things, working out together. So yeah, I'm kind of jumping on board with you, these Zoom calls. And
you get a real glimpse into not even people's homes, but their lives. So
yeah. What about you, Garrett? What kind of adulting?
I would say the thing that I've tried to maintain the highest amount of discipline with is staying active and just making sure that if the gyms are closed or whatever's going on, whatever excuse I can make to not be active, finding a reason to go and do it. And whether that's going and just jogging or walking or just being outside. Working from home can be this, there's times where noon will roll around and I haven't left my house. And so with that, I think it's trying to maintain a physically active life in this weird time where it's everything I need happens in front of me in this computer screen, and it's so strange. So I would say that's been my biggest adulting kind of feat, if you will. We have some people over in the comments. We have Danielle that suggested Money Heist and Frozen, and then we have Good Girls coming from Bailey. So thanks for the community for chiming in on some great movie nights with our California Chardonnay. Really delicious wine, just super easy to drink. I mean, really crisp and refreshing. I'm loving that wine. Citrus flavored popcorn really makes the wine pop as well. Strong and suggested. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, really quick before we do. So we're going to talk about the cause on this wine, and it kind of has a special meaning because almost 13 years ago, June 1st is going to be ONEHOPE's 13th birthday. Our first baby is going to be a teenager, Sarah. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
So, but our Chardonnay gives back towards the fight against breast cancer. It funds clinical trials for women battling breast cancer. And this is the cause that kind of inspired the brand because Sarah, myself, and the other founders were working, selling wine and building wine displays in grocery stores. And during the month of October at this time, in 2005, we saw tons of cause marketing going on for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then at the end of the month, everything went away and it was just back to normal. And some of these big name companies were putting caps on what they were going to donate when they could be donating 100 times more than that. And so here we were selling wine, and we just thought, well, why isn't there wine that's supporting this cause? Because there's something very special about a bottle of wine. It brings people together. And then how come at the end of the month, everything's going away? But this should be something that people give back every day throughout the year. And so this is our Chardonnay. Since day one, our Chardonnay has supported the fight against breast cancer. For a while there, we were working with organizations that funded mammograms, and now we're funding clinical trial days. So cheers to that and finding a cure.
Cheers.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It used to be, I remember it used to be 1 in 8 women were affected by breast cancer. I don't know what that statistic is. Or
it's still the statistic.
It's still the same, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Such a high number. It feels crazy that it's not getting lower by now.
Well, luckily, because of all the awareness, there's so much early detection out there. So for all the fellow moms, women, everybody, just continue to do your self-exams and be aware and get checked out.
Checked out.
Yeah. So on to the reds.
On to the red. So we're traveling. So we have our California Chardonnay that we just tasted supporting breast cancer. And now we're moving on to the Paso Robles region, which I understand that both you ladies have a little bit of history in the region in your college days. And I'm just going to kind of give the community a little bit of idea where we're going. We're kind of smack dab in the middle between Los Angeles and San Francisco. And so you have the St. Lucia Mountains to the west, and you have the Shalom Hills to the east. And the AVA kind of is 6 miles inland from the Pacific Ocean. And it's going to be predominantly calculus shale as the soil type. And it's really diverse. It's one of the largest AVAs in California. Zinfandel is its heritage grape, and it's making beautiful Cabernet. It's making beautiful Rhone varietals as well. And we happen to be sourcing this the Cabernet from this region of Paso Robles. And I'd love to hear your guys' stories about the region.
I love your drop-in knowledge on the soil types of that area. That is such valuable information. It's our psalm here, getting that so informed. And that is kind of the purpose of these different virtual tastings we're doing in in a lot of different ways these days. So thank you, Garrett. I went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which is just 40 minutes south of Paso. It's such a fun area. I mean, it's a straight shot on the freeway. There's a town of San Luis Obispo, and then there's Paso Robles, not a whole lot in between. But we did some wine tasting in college up in that area. That was quite a lot of fun. There's, what's that, Kristen?
I was just say, you're so classy. You're such a classy college student. I think that's awesome.
Cal Poly is known for their wine and viticulture program, and that's why I went there. So we had a Vines to Wines club, and we would do wine tastings once a week as a group, and then as a group we'd go wine tasting. So it was a pretty awesome location to go to school in, and a lot of fun. I definitely have some good stories. Maybe not for Facebook, but we can share them off Facebook.
That's awesome, Sarah. I mean, Garrett, I didn't have any experience in that region. I went to the University of Arizona, which was about 45 minutes north of the Mexican border. So definitely didn't have any classy wine tasting trips. It was a little bit more of the typical college crazy party scene, and definitely won't share that on this Facebook Live either, but some good times at Harvard of the West, we call it, in University of Arizona. Go Wildcats, bear down.
Sounds like you all had quite a good time in college.
Yeah, I mean, as moms, we relive our college days, right? Like, just talking about that got me so excited, Sarah.
I know, we're both like ear to ear grins the second you said college. It's like, oh, college, when I used to sleep in on the weekends and like binge watch shows and be hungover all day and like eat hamburgers and at lunchtime, and there's just so many wonderful things that happened in college.
I'm going to take us on a sidetrack here. We have some questions coming in on the live chat, and one of those questions are my thoughts on using decanters. And it's a great question that I get a lot, and I'm sure it's in our resource center. But there's two main reasons to use a decanter. You're going to use it for aeration purposes. So a young wine that is really kind of broad and needs to breathe, you're going to pour that quickly into a decanter. And even if you burp the bottle, it's probably for the best. And your goal is to expose it to a large amount of oxygen quickly to get that wine to be as expressive as possible. The next reason is kind of a bit of the opposite. You're actually going to decant for sediment. So when you're decanting for sediment, you're going to pour very slowly, and you're going to do this on bottles of wine that are old. So if the wine has settled out and sediment's fallen to the glass, what you want to do is pour through the sediment until you get fine sediment, and then you want to stop pouring and leave an ounce or two in the bottom of the glass. Really good question about when to decant and when not to decant. And I would say most of the time, it's really personal preference, but I wouldn't do it. I like to watch a wine evolve in my glass, and that's the relationship between the wine and oxygen, and it's slowly oxidizing. And so as I enjoy the bottle in that period of time, I'll actually watch the wine change. And for me, that's some of the most enjoyable parts of having a glass of wine. So I don't love decanting unless it's a really old bottle of wine, and I want to make sure that there's no sediments that are getting into the glasses. Great question. Here's one for you, Kristen, coming in from the live feed. What does ABA stand for?
Oh, like in
the therapy. I'm sorry, ABA. The therapy that we fund with with this Cabernet.
Oh, perfect. ABA therapy is acute behavioral therapy, or no? That's a really good question.
Behavioral analysis.
Analysis. That's it. Acute behavioral analysis, and it's great therapy that children with autism receive, and it's great when they can get it at a younger age, and it just really helps them on later on in life as well. And it's very expensive, and not every health insurance plan covers it. And so that's why we're so proud to fund ABA therapy with this wine, because there's so many children that need it that don't have access to it. And it costs thousands of dollars each week if you do not have the insurance plan to cover it.
It's highly, highly effective too. I have a family member who's actually going through it. He's around 4 years old, and it's incredibly effective. The difference that it makes in a child's life, especially at a very young age, I think they say between like 3 and 6, is incredibly effective. So it's such a gift to be able to help a family get that therapy who wouldn't otherwise be able to. So definitely really proud to be raising funds for ABA therapy through the sales of this Paso Robles Cab that's delicious, by the way.
Yeah, that was so cool when we first started OneHope. I mean, granted, it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how we can make a bigger impact that inspired it. But we've always supported the autism cause with our Cabernet. And Sarah, I'm sure you agree that I remember back in the day, you know, we would have the puzzle piece ribbon really big on our label. The autism community was so excited because at that time, there really wasn't that much awareness about the cause, and there really weren't that many products at all that were supporting it. And so we just had such a passionate community that has loved OneHope for now almost 13 years because we've supported that since day one. And I know our community of cause entrepreneurs are amazing with hosting in-home parties and selecting that as the host cause of choice and raising additional funds as well. So yeah,
I love being on a call with y'all, and like I sell the wine too every day, but hearing 13 years of experience and, you know, kind of the original stories of the causes and how they affect our lives 13 years later, it's so awesome to be joining this conversation. I'm going to take it back to wine things and food and wine. I thought about pairing this, and I thought about, you know, what would go good and what's easy to make during quarantine. And I decided to make a patty melt. So I didn't have rye bread, but I used a brioche bun and a little bit of hamburger and shiitake mushrooms and a little bit of cheddar cheese there. And the other half is gone. It's a really good pairing. And I really suggest you guys enjoy just a little bit of hamburgers on the grill. You know, 4th of July is coming up. We got some great summer holidays. As we start getting outside more, this is a perfect kind of protein, beef off the grill and hamburger or patty melt sort of wine. Strongly encourage it, and it was delicious with a little patty melt and a brioche bun.
Brioche bun, that is classing it up. Not just a hamburger bun, a brioche. You got to get the brioche. I'm gonna do that. What do you like? Warm it up, or put the bun on the grill as well, and then put some sauces on there? Or...
So there's a little trick here to get in that golden brown. I put a little mayonnaise on the outside of the bread. And the mayonnaise will actually give you this nice, dark, rich golden brown and that great crisp on both sides. And then I sear the patty separately, and I almost build it like a grilled cheese. And then everything kind of comes together at the very end. So it's like a meat stuffed grilled cheese.
Yum.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really classy, Garrett. I'm about to one-up you on class, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
We haven't seen your food pairing.
I know. So we you know, we have a few meetings after this as well, and moms just need to have a quick, easy dinner for families. So I'd like to thank the delivery person for bringing not just cheese, half pepperoni, half cheese. You know, we like to have options here at my house. So I'm gonna.
Is it Papa John's?
Oh, it's Papa John's, yes. Because
Nice.
we kids appreciate the special garlic dipping sauce. Which do you think this would be a good pairing with the Paso Cab?
That's one of those magic bullets. It goes good with everything, and if it doesn't go good with it, throw whatever you're drinking away.
Amazing.
Because that sauce is magic.
Yeah. All right. Well, cheers. This is going to be my
Cheers. Cheers. Happy Wine Wednesday, guys.
Happy Wine Wednesday and pizza. So Sarah, I guess you're gonna do your Nutri-Grain bar, your strawberry Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I might go check the refrigerator for some other options after talking to you guys, though.
Sarah, just order a pizza and then.
I think so.
Oh, and another mom hack: paper plates. How many moms have had to unload the dishwasher like a bajillion times during this quarantine? So
over the dishwasher
plates.
situation. Yeah.
Yep.
This is really, really delicious. It's bold, but it's not ridiculously heavy in tannins. And so you don't need like a big ribeye steak. It's nothing fancy. It goes great with the butteriness of that brioche bun and kind of a little bit of fat from the burger and the mushrooms and the earthiness. Really, really pretty wine. And then our signature kind of that vanilla line that runs all the way through every wine in our portfolio is perfectly balanced in this glass. Really, really pretty wine.
It really is. And
Awesome.
there was a great score on this one, I think. It got 90 points.
90 points, wine enthusiast.
Wow.
So
Chardonnay too, right? So we're just tasting, it's a 90-point lineup. Papa John's, my favorite people. I mean, this is
who doesn't want to drink 90+ point rated wines with Papa John's?
Yeah, and maybe
that's the mom hack of all mom hacks.
Yeah, totally. I should probably leave him some pizza. I was gonna say I might just like take everything into the closet and just enjoying myself by myself. A quiet time. The closet is a very good time for quiet time if you just need to get away from the kids. Curious, everyone can make comments too. What's your like hideaway when things are crazy in the house with the kids and you're trying to work? Where do you go to escape?
Where do you go? Well, I go to the bathroom usually. I tried that today. I wanted to blow dry my hair. I got about halfway through and was wondering why nobody had bothered me yet. And I came out to find that my kids had gone through an entire bottle of sunscreen, which, mind you, this is a 4-year-old and 2-year-olds covered hair, face, arms, legs, white, very thick child. It's like children's sunscreen. A bottle of Aquaphor. They got into the kitchen and they went through an entire box of gallon-size Ziploc bags, all the sandwich bags. I think there was one more thing. So I don't know if I would recommend trying to hide from your kids because all hell breaks loose outside, but that's where I go and that's what happened today.
And that's what this is for, right?
That's what this is for.
Well, thank you, gals. That was awesome. I think one thing we should definitely highlight is appreciation for our community. I know we're doing this on our open Facebook page, and most of the people listening are probably cause entrepreneurs, which is our empowered community making an impact in their local communities by selling wine and giving hope. And what a great time if you're working from home to really pick up a side hustle in award-winning wines built and backed by such beautiful causes from day one. You know, the fact that we built this organization, specifically you two, with the idea of making an impact on our community. As you know, I've been here 4 years. I love hearing your all stories, and I love being a part of the mission and a part of the story that we're telling today. And I just think this is a really powerful time to get involved. If you're interested, go ahead and reach out.
Couldn't agree more. It's such a great time. It's everybody needs wine and hope right now, and our community is on fire. It's growing so fast. So if you guys have any questions, reach out and message us, and we'll get back to you with simple steps to join. We even have our virtual starter kit. It's as low as $29 to start your business with us right away. So it's a great time.
It's a great time, and we have wines in our portfolio for every type of customer. So when you're thinking about your friends and family and what type of wine they're drinking, I mean, we really have something for everybody. But anyways, thanks for sharing your time with us out there, everyone.
And not to, hold on, sorry, the world-class winery in the heart of Napa Valley. I don't think many people are bringing that to the table. And we just got some beautiful fermentation tanks in. Super exciting day for the property. So, you know, talk about a really exciting time to be involved with One Hope Wine. Anywho, I just had to bring that up. And ladies, thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you for giving us a little escape, Garrett. This was really fun. I'm going to make some grilled cheese sandwiches tomorrow and put some mayonnaise on the outside. That's it. I like that.
It's the trick. Perfect. Well, happy Wine Wednesday.
Happy Wine Wednesday. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.